This week's episode.
Trinitas is the fucking place that I was at like a couple of months on and off, and they still couldn't find what was wrong with my lungs. I went to an urgent care that was somewhat stable within a day.
And welcome to Hastly Kayfabed Recap, everyone. This episode is not sponsored by Trinitas Hospital.
Fuck them. Trinity trash.
Trash.
I was about to sit down and make an army joke because we have Braun Strowman with the I'm not finished with you yet, but I guess John has a much more better ad this time.
I don't know. I thought this was going to be sponsored by the holy shit. How in the hell did that happen to the WWE Championship ad? Which we'll get into in a bit, but we have like. I'm just looking at the doc, and I'm like, there's nothing there.
I don't know if there was any news this week.
I don't think there was. I think everybody was still kind of lost from the pay-per-view.
Because there was, and you know something? For a pay-per-view that really didn't have that much hype, it was a really solid show.
It was solid, yes. I guess
mean, if we can go right into that, we might as well.
We might as well. There's no news.
There's a couple things in news if this fucking iPad stuff's giving me advertisements.
Well, let's start. Let's congratulate Asuka first, because she finally did something that should be taken off a 50-year-old.
Yes, Asuka has officially surpassed both a real streak and a fictional streak. Asuka's win last Saturday has finally surpassed Goldberg.
Yay! Let's go on to other shit.
Come on, here's another fun fact. Asuka wrote a post basically saying, "Oh, you know, Goldberg is a legend, so on and so forth. I'm very proud that I was able to break the streak." And then Scott Hall responded saying, "Sweetheart, you're much better than he ever was."
To be fair, Goldberg is glad for Asuka and said, "I'm glad the streak is now in good hands."
To be fair, Scott Hall isn't wrong.
No one's saying that.
Well, here's also another thing we also got to remember: Goldberg's a glass cannon. Asuka can actually bring the pain and withstand the pain.
Well, as I've mentioned many times before, and I'm sorry, this is a video game reference, but it's going to be anyway. Asuka is the flesh and blood version of Armika.
I'll say Armika 1.0 from Street Fighter V, the cheap one that could win matches. Yes,
shit.
The only thing that would have to change is if she actually changed her outfit to match Armika. If we ever saw that in a match, I'm going, oh boy, WWE, have fun with that one.
Well, she's closer to Armika's tag team partner, but
I remember what she looked like, yeah.
But except with rainbow hair and less material on her clothes, but. Other than that, you know, it's just technically speaking, she's wearing less than Armika ever was. But anyway, what'd you find for us, John?
Well, first of all, we got to discuss the major news for the week, and that is that YouTube has now classified pro wrestling as unadvertised as not advertiser friendly, which means a lot of these independent promotions that put their weekly shows on YouTube, like What Culture, have been forced to cancel their shows.
What about the Sailor?
Culture garbage. Good riddance.
I would complain, but we don't exactly monetize this either, so
we can't. But either way,
seven listeners isn't enough to make any money off of.
We might get a penny. But anyway, yes, I do completely agree with you, John, that this is bad. I mean, listen, how else are you supposed to get your promotion out?
Same thing everybody else is doing nowadays, Patreon.
Well, there is that, but of course, you got to grow by starting small. But I can see where Patreon can help, but literally this sucks. Now, I'm not sure at this moment if WWE is also
I think they're big enough to put a gun to YouTube's head and say, "You're gonna take our ad revenue"? I thought not.
We got to remember, WWE isn't pro wrestling; they're sports entertainment.
Now Lou had a different opinion. What are you about to say before? Sorry to interrupt, Will.
Well, are we talking about me? Are we talking about what? Who do I?
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Will.
I was going to say that this is the first time that Vince's ability to use different wording to distinguish itself from professional wrestling has worked. I think it's a bad rap, and it screws over a lot of other organizations. But yeah, I'll also think that there's enough money in it that YouTube is probably going to give protection to some of the bigger, well-established networks and productions that are out there.
Because they're not going to demonetize WWE or TNA or ROH. They're not going to do that because they know that's a large cash cow they're fucking with.
Well, they're larger than what culture,
large enough, John.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that they're good. They're just the cash.
We're not saying
cow.
they're good. They're just saying they're not going to fuck over the people that's giving them hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of views.
And
exactly.
Granted, most of that money is probably just going to go up and try and won't attach to the ceiling at all, so the boys won't see any of it. But
there is also another thing that there's actually another story I think we also have to talk about today, just as soon as we finish this.
Oh, you got so go ahead, Lou.
No, I said my piece.
Well, good riddance.
Bye, what culture? It just breaks like progress and freaking, PWS, and even the returning Jersey All Pro is really going to be hurt by this.
Well, okay. The other big news today that has come out has been that the CEO of Impact Wrestling has just released, probably not without consent, 4 pages of Matt Hardy's contract.
What a douchebag!
Uh-oh.
That's
Breach a contract right there. This right there is only going to hurt their case.
And not only that, I read a comment on this that this could entirely destroy people's trust with that company altogether.
Not only do you fuck over because remember they're just starting out. Impact, they just took over this January, March. Not to mention you just gave WWE and Matt Hardy's lawyers bullets for the court case.
Exactly, and that's really they really just shot themselves in the foot by showing this. And also, they said that they allegedly, and people are actually saying this could be an entirely fake email that someone from WWE, again, no one has come out, and even Matt Meltzer has said that this could be possibly fake, that WWE is not interested in supporting Matt Hardy and getting the broken gimmick. And I'm I call bullshit on that because that is a big cash grab for them. That it could be good for merchandise, it could be good for stories, and it just could be good all around just for being on WWE for being entertaining to a lot of people because the Matt Hardy gimmick is actually fun to watch. And the fact that they've done this just gives WWE more of a reason to fight back. And honestly, the whole thing about that email, I please see that's false because why would you release something that is something like that to the public, especially on social media?
Yeah, right over there, John?
Yeah, I'm good. By the way, I got a quick plug to make.
Go ahead.
Right.
Is it for your butt?
It's for...
Good night, everybody.
June 2nd. What Culture Pro Wrestling Fight Back free on YouTube.
All 3 of you go watch that garbage.
Oh, boy.
They pillaged that place like they did to the territories in the 80s.
By the way, there's another piece of news out this week.
All right.
The Mae Young Classic was announced
Oh, God.
as the women's tournament.
I don't
Oh,
mind
I'm
the
actually
tournament
glad.
itself. I don't mind the tournament itself. I don't mind that they use Mae Young in it. What was it that Wrestle Talk used? That they decided not to use the proper name of the Eva Marie Cup. But it does bring up an odd thing. I hate the overuse of the word classic. I'm beginning to go nuts over this because it's like why
Well,
it's like they can't come up with another word.
Well, actually, I have a good. First of all, I like to say that it's nice that they're actually fucking over Moolah like she deserves it, because that fucking bitch only got to where she got by stabbing people in the back and making her trainees her slaves, and they actually gave credit to the real woman that actually helped these girls out.
Well, and the other thing is the reason why they probably called it the Mae Young Classic is because I guess Mae Young and Stephanie were actually really close. So that might have been a Stephanie favor.
And
also.
I'm also putting a suggestion out there too.
All right.
We need to have a tournament called the Reed Red Butt Classic.
Oh no.
And it's gonna have 20. It's gonna have 16 of the best homosexual wrestlers.
So Orlando Jordan.
So Orlando Jordan and Darren Young are the main event of this tournament.
Number one seed.
And also, this is probably John's wet dream.
And there you go. So any other news, or should we get to the pay-per-view?
Actually, I can add on to that joke. That might explain a whole lot about John. Actually, I didn't know he was into BBC. Anyway.
And there we go.
No,
I
but
don't understand that joke, by the way.
BBC is, well, you can handle that one time.
I wanted to quietly talk about NXT TakeOver Chicago.
Honestly, it was the better show. Let's be
Because
honest.
all of you are insane.
Well, before we go into NXT, there's another thing we need to talk about.
Oh,
Everybody's favorite wrestler, BM Dump. He's on that quality show on MTV right now. And one of the guys, it's one of those road rules challenge bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Pros versus cons or whatever.
Cons is right. Pros versus like athletes or some shit.
Yeah.
And they have him listed as an MMA athlete or a UFC athlete, which I find
He's
funny as
listed
hell.
as former WWE champion and UFC star. There's one of the guys on the other team that he goes by the gimmick name Joey Bananas. I forget what his fucking real name is.
Yeah.
Punk out.
Really?
UFC fight. I put the video up on my timeline. I got to see if I could find the link. But he literally goes and he tells Punk, you try to convince everybody that you're a badass, that you're the shit, but you got choked out in 2 minutes.
To be fair, it was 2 minutes and 48 seconds or 2 minutes 18 seconds or some shit like that. But yeah.
And he was like, you talked all this shit about how you're bigger than the business and all that. The business is doing just fine without you, and you got choked out in 2 minutes.
Oh, boy.
And the biggest CM Punk mark that I know, chaos. I fucking purposely tagged him in that video.
What did he say?
That's all. I was like, there goes your boy. And then he told me to go eat a dick.
Oh, man. So I think
That's a great idea for that's a good idea for the Reed Remba trophy. A giant golden dick. Like 6 feet long.
Gold
Dust would be proud.
Gotta make it out of marble.
So who won the first match?
Roderick Strong.
How the fuck did this happen? How the fuck did this happen? Although, and let's just let me say this. In my opinion, Roderick Strong versus Eric Young was the worst match of the 5, and that match was very good. So that just tells you how the quality is going to go up from there. Great work from both of these individuals. I thought this was going to be an easy one for Eric Young. Keeps sanity strong. Holy fuck! They see a commodity in Strong. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Congratulations. Keep going. I like it when I like this one.
Sandy has had its streak of wins, their big WrestleMania weekend win. They need strong to, well, remain strong. And what's the best way to do so is to stop Eric Young at least once.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ty was the only one who picked Roddy.
Yep.
And that's how he won the whole fucking show on that one.
And there's one thing about that whole show that's stupid as fuck to me, by the way.
What's that?
But we haven't gotten to that yet. We haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me open up my sheet here real quick.
I think you guys might know what it is, though.
We might have an idea.
Maybe.
All right, so the next match is, what is it, Bate versus Dunn, right?
Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. This was the
best match of the night.
Well, not just that. It was also the fuck you World of Sport match. Oh my gosh, these two guys. Pete Dunne looks like a young William Regal. Holy crap, and he fights like him too.
They fucking tore it up out there. That's like a fucking match.
Great match. And Pete Dunne going over at the end. I did not see it as exciting as it was. He got the finisher on him at the end, right?
I'm actually glad I changed my pick because after you said it, it made much more sense.
Yeah, and Dunne is a heel. He's got the Regal scowl too, to a degree. Also, him holding on the belt and all that. So, congratulations to him. Both people put on a great match. This was a very different series of styles. I mean, Tyler Bate obviously has to use higher athletic skill and higher risk moves in order to take out Pete Dunne. Pete doing the same stuff, but much more ground based and power move. I'm a fan of the Bruiserweight. I'm liking this guy. Great
solid match. Best match of the weekend.
Let's go.
You guys pretty much said it, so let's go on to
order let's go in match order.
What's the next match? Rue versus Tommy, right?
Yeah. No.
It was women. It was women.
Oh, it was women. My bad. Because I know the tag team was the main event. It's
strange, but we'll go into that.
But there's a reason for that. But yeah, we already said earlier. Asuka defeated Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross, surpassing Goldberg's win streak.
Not only
and that's the bullshit part.
Uh-oh.
I can understand them having Asuka go over in the match. But did she really have to pin both of them at the same fucking time?
You were bothered by that?
Like, Asuka's entire character is how dominant she is against her other competitors.
That wasn't the bullshit part. The bullshit part of that match is that these guys that the NXT guys in the back are hell bent on putting that title on Ember Moon. That's the bullshit part.
That's the bullshit part, because we know that
I couldn't care less about the ending.
If Cross and Riott both lost like that at the same time, Ember Moon's the only legitimate competitor Asuka has left. And Cross and the finish was fine. The finish was fine, and I thought that the way each of them handled each other was fine. But at the end of the day, after everything was said and done, they just gave away the finish of Asuka versus Ember Moon. It's going to be Ember Moon, and it pisses me off. What are you about to say, John?
As soon as I saw that finish, I heard the fucking toilet flush on the NXT Women's Division. I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. It's like, yeah, she beat everybody, but does she have to beat them both at the same time?
Why not?
You couldn't just pin one and leave the other one for a potential shot?
No,
you said about, hey, you won the match, but you didn't beat me.
Well, no, because they're hell bent on putting Ember Moon in here with her.
You have to remember too, Ember Moon isn't going to be back for 6 months.
Oh no! Actually, apparently she was back at the taping
on a strained shoulder. She didn't have fucking.
Ember Moon, not Braun Strowman.
That's what they said a couple weeks ago, that she's going to be out for a couple months.
On a strained shoulder. I have a more legitimate injury than she does.
No, I'm just saying what was said, that she was taking a couple months off.
Gosh, that's
well, that would suck, because now they have no women's challenger until Moon comes back.
Here's the thing, and here's the thing, because they've done the same thing to Braun, because they keep saying the elbow was shattered. The elbow was shattered when he didn't have a shattered elbow. So what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to keep Asuka as the big time heel, and they'll have Ember Moon come in miraculously healed, and they'll go in that way. And 2 months is until the next. A couple months is until the next pay-per-view. So it'll be in time. That's the problem I have.
Oh, that's. Speaking of elbow, just a quick note. Braun Strowman showed off what his arm looked like, and once you see it, it's like, oh damn, it looks.
Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly.
It's totally too ugly.
It's ugly. Speaking of ugly, what's the next match?
Bobby Roode.
I mean, you know what they should have done?
What?
You know, if you think that finish is okay, they should have fucking had Asuka just pin him, just do the finger poke of doom, and then pin him with one finger. Because I know you would have gotten the point then.
No. How about the Jericho pin? You know, put the finger on them and flex the muscle.
No. You just no. You're saying that they should make an effort to sell something. They should have just pulled a Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, they just straight up laid down.
Just like
just had the two lay down for her in the middle of the ring, and I was gonna pin him with one finger.
I thought the way they handled the finish was fine. The result of what happens afterwards is an issue, but we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one.
Bobby Roode.
By the way, I thought that as Mr. Wrestling over there, I'm a student of Jim Cornette, you would have probably agreed with me on this.
No, because in this case they're trying to further a really shitty plot, and that's the only way they could have done it. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying that that's the only way they could have done it. The way they handled the finish is fine, because eventually you're going to have to build Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott still.
Yeah, but now you're building them back from the ground up.
Not necessarily, because Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott beat the shit out of each other, and Asuka took advantage of a really bad situation. They beat the shit out of each other. Asuka just happened to win.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If fucking Hulk Hogan, right? If he pinned the Road Warriors like that, what? I'm sorry. Let me think of a team that fucking would actually like. Okay, if Hulk Hogan pinned the fucking Midnights of the Rock and Roll Express like that, would you get fucking mad?
No, because it would have made sense.
If it was tight and booking,
particularly with the Midnight, because those two look like guys that anybody could beat the crap out of. That was the whole point of the Midnight Express in the first place.
You're actually on the right button the first time when you said the Road Warriors, and even then admittedly Titan made Hogan look like Superman. So of course Hogan would have eventually won.
Of course Hogan would have eventually won,
especially if it was a three-way dance like this one was.
Yeah, but it would have been a three-way dance with the Road Warriors.
Well, I mean, Hawk versus Ammo versus Hogan.
Or hell, if fucking Hogan versus the entire Four Horsemen of fucking Arn Tully, Luger, and fucking Flair.
They did that, remember? That's one of the matches we're going to riff on. The Alliance versus the Hulk... the Mega Powers versus the Alliance.
Yeah, but they weren't all stacked up like Asuka did and fucking sat on him and pinned them.
Okay. I'm gonna say this, and we should go on. If you and Lou were in the same ring, you would want Asuka to lay on top of you too. Next match.
And there we go. Root versus Itami.
Not really, because I get paid. I would get paid to win.
What if you got paid to lose? Anyway, let's see here.
The winner and still NXT champion Bobby Roode.
I'm honestly surprised that wasn't the main event.
And and this was a really good match too. The site, but for very different reasons. Lou, you said what?
No, I said it was a very solid match.
The selling. Oh gosh, the selling of the arm that Bobby Roode had, the leg issue with Itami. I mean, those two guys. There's going to be another match down the road, of course.
Yeah, this is definitely just the match that just gets the wheel going.
But at the same time, oh gosh, I mean they used to go to sleep a couple. They used to go to sleep once. Rude wins with two glorious DDTs.
3 glorious Impaler DDTs.
No, not in a row. Not in a row. He only used 2. The first one didn't work. Then he had to do it twice in a row and sold the living fuck out of that left arm.
Very, very good match, though. It was very well done. I was pleasantly surprised.
Great psychology from the both of them. Great psychology.
Surprised for this match.
And it shows me that Kenta gets it. He completely and totally gets it.
That was great that in Chicago they made the GTS look like shit.
I think that was purpose and probably Mark Kenta's
Exactly.
Did you guys see the promo with Itami after? Where he flipped out cursing in Japanese backstage?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's great.
It's literally a bleep.
Yeah, it's
beep, 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 beep. And so we enter the main event.
Especially with the fact with that little promo, they were teasing we might see a match with Itami and Hero. I really can't fucking wait for that.
That'll probably be on an NXT show, but actually that'd probably be good.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good match too. I think so. Hey,
but
great shit.
But then again, for some odd reasons, Kurt Hawkins is now on NXT. So
Kurt Hawkins,
so you got demoted down to job status again.
Pretty much. But let's go to the main event of the evening. The offense of...
We have no idea.
Kurt Hawkins fact. Never a main eventer.
Yes.
That Jinder Mahal won... Oh, shit.
Let's just go on a side note for a second. All 3 members of 3MV are high-respected members of the roster. Freaking... Jinder Mahal is the world champion. Freaking what's his name is back in NXT, Slater. And Heath Slater had a career revival last year.
So that tells you a few things. But right now, the authors of How Many Ladders Can We Go Through Before We Get Put Over Again versus DIY for the NXT Tag Team Championship. We saw 2 very important things happen in this, but the first one was a whole lot of ladders getting destroyed. I still thought this was a good match.
That was a very good match.
Very good match, yeah. Like I said, Roderick Strong versus Eric Young was the worst match of the 5. At least I thought. And it was extremely good. So the bar has been set and it stayed there or went higher. I thought this was a great pay-per-view overall. The win came from when the authors of We've Ripped Our Names Off from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the second time, except we don't remember what the other guy's name was, when they decided to do a power bomb into the Super Collider double power bomb. And there was one complaint that I did have. Apparently, the authors of Pain were extremely slow getting up ladders. Extremely slow.
The idea is that they're not in their element. They're used to just.
It's like they get on the ladder. It's like they get on the ladder and they're like, "This is a rung. Do I use my left foot or my right foot?" And then at the very end, they go up the ladder and they go up at like 60 miles an hour. And I'm sitting here going, "That's the quickest they've ever moved."
What are you about to say, Lou?
No, they literally worked the match like it was the freaking Hit Squad. When the Hit Squad would do ladder matches in JAP, that's what they would do. They'd be like, "Wait a minute, we're not used to this. We're out of our element."
Okay.
They'd be, the hit squad were also 300-pound guys.
Okay.
Them
Okay.
going up the ladder like we're super heavyweights. We're not supposed to be doing this. We're fucking bruisers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their thing.
Of course, that wasn't the only thing that happened in this match, because we did have a big surprise near the end of the credits.
Was this really a big surprise?
Well, not really, because the leak about the singer and the new theme song,
But how well did they handle that? How well did they handle that? That was brilliant. Although I did see Ciampa say, "Are you ready to?"
You could, if you could read lips, you could pretty much say you're ready.
You're ready to get rammed into the. All right, okay, bam! I'm like, okay, heel turn. All right, let's see what happens.
But yeah, Tommaso Ciampa attacked Johnny Gargano. After they went up the ramp, they waved to the audience in a big "we'll get him next time" moment, and then Ciampa rammed him into the NXT sign.
And Ciampa's promo was freaking awesome afterwards. The one he did for .com.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't get it because it didn't actually come up on YouTube. I'm surprised.
The one that he did for .com and on YouTube was actually really good.
Okay. All I have to say is Psycho Killer Qu'est-ce que c'est? That's all I have to say.
So yeah, this was a very good show. Go watch it.
Say one thing.
Well, sure, go ahead, Lou. If you talk about John and his noise.
I'm not saying anything.
Yes, but we can hear the television in the background.
Oh.
It's going in the background. I thought you were going to say something. But something, I will say this, considering the fact that a lot of people thought the show was going to be underwhelming, it was a great show. 5 matches, Bait was match of the weekend. Hell, one of the best matches I've seen in WWE in months.
Yeah, that was a pretty good addition to Saturday Night's Main Event, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
Yeah, but we're not complaining.
Not complaining.
It was literally a card thrown together that happened to be good.
Like I said, we're not complaining. So shall we move on to the actual Backlash pay-per-view?
Sure.
Now, let me try to play title card bingo here. Okay, the first one that came up was the women's match. Why did the Welcome Me Party win?
I had a couple of explanations given to me from several different sources. It's supposed to be more of a Charlotte Flair is trying to coexist with the teams, but she really wants the title.
I was too busy taking a dump during that match.
Yeah, this match really wasn't all that good. Some people were pissed that Lynch was the one who did the job. I mean, really pissed.
Well, someone has to, and they're trying to book Charlotte as a #1 contender, and they don't want their women's champion to look weak, so there's more process of elimination.
Yeah, Lynch was the right choice, I think. Some people don't like Natalya for some reason. I think they're full of shit, but she wins with the sharpshooter. Every Irish guy is now pissed off. I don't know. By the way, did anybody notice that Nia Jax was in this match?
Yeah. They would notice that Carmella was in this match.
Why are they dressing Tamina up like fucking Nia Jax?
Because she's a big curvy bitch.
She's big and curvy, but she's not built like Nia Jax, though.
No.
Yeah, but these fucking lonely assholes that write their shows, they don't know any better.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. And so, yeah, I'm just like, why? Tamina looks fine. She doesn't need the whole giant-ass girdle thing. Hell, I don't think Nia Jax need the whole giant-ass girdle thing either. But still, it's just, I get that Tamina's supposed to be the bodyguard. I get that she's supposed to be the big, tough person. You don't need a full bodysuit to showcase that.
Anyway, the welcoming committee wins. Hey, the
Get
sleeper,
to better matches.
Why call the sleeper match of the night Harper versus Rowan? Winner Luke Harper.
Yeah,
was pretty-
it was.
Pretty good.
I actually didn't get to watch that match, unfortunately. That was one of the matches I was really looking forward to, too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was the match before the main event.
It
It was
was.
actually entertaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Lou happened to fall asleep during that match.
Oh, we're sorry. Sorry, but yeah,
It's all right.
it was like a sleeper. It was actually a sleeper match, in my opinion. Yeah, the crowd wasn't into it because they probably were falling asleep too, thanks to that women's match. But
Yeah.
How did the order of the matches go? I'm trying to remember. I think we're.
yeah, Nakamura was actually first. I'm just
Nakamura was actually first. Yeah, Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler, which really was a Nakamura win. Was he going to win versus Dolph Ziggler?
Oh yeah, by the way, no, not that. By the way, I'll let actually admit on the show I screwed up for once.
What?
So yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
basically, long story short, now I owe somebody a Star Wars set because I basically used Phone a Friend, and she basically told me, "She's like, dude, you got it all fucked up. It's the other way around. You lost." but not before basically slamming me, saying, "Oh, is this about that fucking podcast with the marks again?"
Yes, the fucking
yes,
marks.
it's the podcast with the marks.
Yes,
Hello.
Marks.
But yes, Nakamura wins in 15 minutes and 48 seconds. So
Timed by me. Plus, and I did it from bell to bell. So
and even if the official WWE time was only 10 seconds off, but still.
yeah.
So
like I say,
basically, Will is turned into Green Lantern fan.
how's that?
They
Green
don't
Lantern.
know the Green Lantern fan guy. That's an East Coast thing.
Oh.
Oh.
We'll explain what Green Lantern fan is after the show.
Okay.
Fan.
Or we'll probably make a whole episode based on super fans one of these days.
I don't want to give that guy any recognition. Green Lantern can go eat a fat dick.
You know what the best part was?
What?
Bobby Heenan brought him to Monday Night Raw to propose to his girlfriend. His girlfriend shot him down in the elevator.
Oh, that I will probably just never walk into a wrestling ring again after that. But yeah, Nakamura wins. Kinshasa to the face. Dolph Ziggler takes a dirt nap. And we get to see these two later on in SmackDown, but we'll get to that later.
What's the next one? I think it was Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin, wasn't it?
Yeah, the shocker tonight because the winner of this one is Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. I'm glad for him to win, but I thought that they were going to build.
Corbin
I thought the
more.
whole point of it was building Baron Corbin, and well, they're not.
I don't think anyone picked Zayn.
No one picked Zayn.
No
Everybody
one picked Zayn.
No one did. We all thought Corbin, and that's really the interesting part. And looking at the Vegas numbers, yeah.
Vegas had no clue what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, it's like the Vegas numbers were all over the place.
Vegas had the same. Vegas basically took all their money and did it. Threw it up in the air and hoped that no one would go to the boys. But oh gosh, but I mean, it was still a good match. But I was just like, what? All right, well, let's see how they're going to build Sami Zayn.
Well, we already get a clue on SmackDown, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Uh,
Because I don't have that shit right now.
So what else?
I think it was the US
The
Championship.
tag team championships.
Was it the tag team championships next?
Well, we're running out of matches.
That's another
so
match I didn't give a shit about.
either the tag team championships or the U.S. title. So let's just
Yeah, it was about. Well, let's go to the tag title first, because that way we get shit out of the way. Because it was the Usos versus no, it was the Usos again versus Fandango and Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan's weird cousin janitor.
Oh.
And now, mind you, I was watching this with an Irish guy, and he was loving the comedy bits. I'm sitting here going, okay, all right. He rolled a bit too much to the side of the best part of it, though, honestly, was the accidental throwing of the dress and it landing on JBL's head.
Oh.
Yep.
After that, the Usos somehow win this one. Apparently, the dab is a heel move. Except they're doing it too much.
Oh man, that just why. Anyway, it was really interesting the fact that the Usos won like this. I mean, it would have been nice to see Fandango get something like that, just because it would have been kind of a nice thing to see what they would do. But understandably, why they want to get on, they want to keep it on the Usos.
You mean the Busos?
I thought you were a big Uso fan, John.
No, that's what Lewis wants you to believe.
Oh boy, let's get to the U.S. title match. Kevin Owens versus the phenomenal AJ Styles.
I loved the finish for this.
The finish of that match shit the bed.
No, it didn't. No,
Yes.
it did not. It did not shit the bed. It was perfect.
Let me explain. I understand why they did it.
Okay.
Totally get why they did it, but it was one of those things like it falls under that same rule that anyone who knows me and heard me talk about wrestling long enough. The greatest matches always have the most fucked up finishes.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
you want to know my biggest issue with that match?
What?
You have a fucking former world champion sitting there, and he's not helping AJ get free from the fucking table.
Because he's the heel commentator.
First, he's a heel. Secondly, if he helps AJ get out of there, that's grounds for disqualification. So he's technically supposed to stay out of it. If he were in collusion with Kevin Owens, then that would have made sense. But I don't know.
But yeah, Kevin Owens wins by count out after AJ's foot gets caught in the announce table.
And you saw how happy Kevin Owens was after that. Oh my God. It's great.
Like he just hit the lottery.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. He pulled an Ellsworth, folks.
And the main event of the evening. And the one at which on your live stream last night, Will, you said that the IWC had conniption fit.
Well, so did the audience, but we'll get into that in a minute.
When Jinder Mahal has defeated Randy Orton to become the new WWE champion.
Good for him. I know I didn't pick him, but I like it when I'm wrong sometimes. This is good for him. I hope they do something with him.
Rumor
even
is
if it is
he's going to have supposedly a lengthy run.
Well, here's the thing. Say again.
The Maharaja has claimed his championship.
No shit.
No shit.
But apparently Mahal didn't know that he was going to win the title until an hour before the match. The details of what happened were leaked out, and I guess people changed their minds like 5 or 6 times throughout the last 2 weeks trying to figure out what the fuck they were going to do with this match. Whether it was Randy Orton going to go over doing this or Mahal was going to go over doing that. Orton did something kind of bad in that match, and I'm sure you two were real happy because maybe you hope that Orton will get put back into a closet somewhere.
Well, damn near murdering one of the Bollywood
He damn near
boys.
murdered one of the Singh brothers, and he kind of realized it. That face.
Like, he just knew he just did that and when the Singhs did a 360 before he hit the table, like, oh fuck.
He knew he done fucked up. But oh gosh, let's see here. I don't know what it's like now. Let me check the Wikipedia. Let me make sure it's normal. Because the last time I checked Jinder's okay, so it went back to normal because he was shown as what was it, Ahal Mahal or something like that for a little bit. They oh no, they fucked over his Wikipedia for like 2 days.
Oh yeah.
I think it wasn't done well. Honestly,
The best part of it was the fucking internet fans shitting the bed. Oh, that was beautiful.
I'm surprised you guys. I was waiting for that episode of you guys just reading off the internet fans' reaction, but
I mean that was just.
I forgot to do that.
Oh,
No, I didn't fucking do it because it was like, hey, fuck you, Mahal won.
Yeah,
I'm glad he won. You know why? Because you fucking basement-dwelling losers have been bitching and complaining that you want a new person in the world title picture. And when it's not someone that you like, you piss and moan some more. I want you guys to think about this. In the last 10 years, only 2 other people besides Randy Orton and John Cena have held the WWE Championship. Think about that. Look it up.
okay. The last 10 years. Actually, no. I'm thinking
World Heavyweight, the WWE Championship,
the WWE
Yeah,
Championship.
Danielson,
Randy Orton, John Cena,
Dean.
Daniel Bryan had it.
That's
Rollins, Reigns, Brock.
Freaking Dean Ambrose was champion.
Bray Wyatt.
AJ Styles had that amazing run as champion.
Yeah, but most of the time it was out of that entire block. Most of the time it was fucking Cena and Orton.
And neither of them are getting any younger TV years, at least.
There's another thing too. Another thing you got to realize: the Cena, the Wyatt reign was only about a month. The only person who had a decent, lengthy, quick run with it was fucking Punk and AJ.
Yeah.
No, besides the 2 that I mentioned.
And that was mostly because Wyatt got sent to Raw because the rumor was it that Wyatt was supposed to originally get the title back and have a run till SummerSlam.
Yeah, and then hell, remember Bryan got hurt.
So his runs got cut short.
That's why I mean when I say 2 people with lengthy runs. They were the only 2 that had them for longer than like a month or maybe a couple of weeks. Because I think Bryan was technically only champion about 4 weeks.
Bryan was champion for 64 days, it looks like. Cena then won the title at Money in the Bank. That run actually only lasted 49 days. Then guess who won?
Randy Orton.
No, Brock Lesnar.
And we never saw the title again.
And we never saw the title again for 224 days, at which point he faced Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins became champion for 220 days. He actually had a much longer run. Cena actually doesn't enter into the picture very much in the last 2 years, at least in this particular title. In the last 2 years, Sheamus somehow had the belt for 22 days. I don't even remember that. Let's see. Say again?
No, remember when Cena fell off the top rope so Sheamus won the belt?
Oh yeah, he fell off the top rope through a table in a tables match. Even though the rule is it's supposed to be an offensive move.
Yep.
So no, Rollins lost the title because it had to be vacated after he decided to absolutely destroy his knee. Reigns wins for less than a day. Sheamus wins. Reigns wins for 41 days. Triple H then wins. Then Roman Reigns. Then Seth Rollins gets it back, and then Dean Ambrose cashes in and becomes the champion. That's when the brand split happened. And then AJ Styles gets his run.
Aren't you forgetting one person?
Who?
Triple H.
I said Triple H.
Triple H.
I said Triple H in between 2 Roman Reigns runs. Cena then held the title for 2 weeks. Bray Wyatt then wins in the Elimination Chamber. Then, of course, Randy Orton, and now Jinder Mahal for the last 4 days has been champion.
That's another interesting thing, too. Apparently, Mahal's the 50th guy to hold the WWE Championship.
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah, because duplicate reigns don't count.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's considered the 50th guy.
So, congratulations, Jinder. You joined the elite class of...
I will be ordering your shirt next week.
Just don't go up to him and say Seem Salabim, because he won't know what that means.
Oh boy! So here are the current.
Oh, you know what's another thing that I have a problem with?
What's that?
These fucking internet fans. Because Jinder's whole thing is he's proud of his heritage. He's representing his Indian people.
Should I put up the ranting face, or are you going to just continue?
Go ahead.
It's a micro.
All right.
But fucking these motherfuckers are sitting there basically throwing it in Jinder's face that he's Canadian. And he shouldn't celebrate. He's Canadian. It's like, so what? I'm an American citizen. I can't celebrate my Italian heritage? That's stupid. It's like these fucking internet fans. They don't fucking think when they speak.
I think it's more his representation. I think they're trying to say that he's not from India rather than he's not Indian. But I think your point is valid. John. Really, they're just trying to find ways to bitch about him.
Because they need something to bitch about.
They need something to bitch about.
Said, he's not their chosen. He's not the IWC's chosen one.
And by the way, that's another thing. These fucking people are bitching and complaining about Jinder. You have to understand, there's more countries in this world than just the United States of America.
Oh, yeah.
But this is WWE.
And these people don't seem to realize that. WWE is a worldwide company.
No, the IWC does recognize another country.
Canada?
No, Japan. Because they have to jerk off over Kenny Omega.
But the only argument that I will say that actually some of these internet fans do have a valid point on.
Oh no!
Is that an Indian guy got the WWE Championship before a 100% black guy got it?
This is WWE Championship. Yes. I'll agree with you. Yeah.
I still wish Mark Henry was WWE Championship at least once, especially during his main Hall of Pain run.
Hall of Pain run, yeah, that would have been great.
John Cena got the WWE title.
Huh?
That's a 100% black guy.
Who?
John Cena.
And going on to the rankings.
No, Lou. You can't count somebody you can't see as 100% black.
Now, here's a twist. Me and Reed are tied with first. Lou and Will are tied for second, and John's at the bottom of the list.
You're tied to Reed.
So Reed, I actually talked about this earlier. There's a little
proposal. That's what it is.
There's actually a bit of a proposal I actually want to bring up.
You're gonna Reed?
I knew it. You know what? I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to walk into a landmine, and I tap danced into it anyway. Technically, you have two subjects you have to bring up since you were also in first place last month. How'd you like to knock off 2 Young Bucks matches?
I would go with that, just to not have to go through more of the pain.
So there you go. Those are your replacements. Instead of having a subject, you remove 2 Young Bucks matches. Now, we still have the issue of having Will have one because he was also a winner of last month.
Let me ask you a question, Ty.
What?
Remember how me and Lou had a subject? Is it together?
You could. Huh?
Is it together or is it one apiece?
One apiece. No, I meant you. You both have 2 and Lou has 2. So yeah, you could change the subject anytime.
Because I want to see one, since we haven't had much when we have a slow week without a pay-per-view or wrestling news. I want to dedicate. I have been collecting them since they were popular when I did my rant. I want to dedicate an entire show to Coontax.
Oh no!
Oh no! That is within John's.
That would be the highest rated show you guys ever.
That is within John's legal abilities if he actually wants to use it. You sure you want to use this?
And by the way, I'm going to use the original language that's in the post. So all you people, and in all seriousness, all you people that would be offended, even though we're not being racial, there's racial shit in these. So if you're offended, don't listen. Let's just listen the following week. But if you stick around, I guarantee you it's fucking hilarious, because not only will you see the stupidity that we have to go through on a weekly basis, but also the racism of these stupid inbred assholes are put on full blast. So it's basically making fun, killing two birds with one stone.
All right, so let me remove one of John's marks.
Yeah, it's the fact that some people could be so ignorant, but it's also at the same time some people could be so stupid.
And now John has the subject for June.
So you're basically doing the freaking.
He's going to be reading pages of stupid stories.
You don't like it? Fuck off.
Pretty much. Because I was about to say, my thing was either going to be talking about the Attitude Era or the Rise and Fall NWO, but we'll save that for another time.
If you talk about the area, I would quit.
That'll be the point for you to finally go off once and for all on the
And by the way, I'm trying to get rating. Oh, go ahead. No.
The Attitude Era deserves no recognition at all.
Well, it also spins off another experimental subject I want to do and see how many people at the IWC and ask them this question, because I've been noticing something lately. What makes a good babyface? Because I know every time they finally get that, we were just going back to the Jinder Mahal thing. Every time their chosen one does win the title, they eventually turn against that chosen one. So I'm like, okay, what are you looking for?
Well, no, they didn't turn against AJ.
Yeah, but they turned against Dean. They turned against Bailey. They're slowly turning against Brock Lesnar.
I've got a perfect explanation for this.
What's that?
And this may get a little graphic, but it needs to be said.
We're not exactly a PG show, John.
It's kind of like when you're masturbating to this chick, this centerfold you have in front of you, right?
Okay.
And you masturbate to her every day. Eventually, you're going to get sick of masturbating to this girl, and you're going to want to masturbate to somebody else. So you pick up another porno mag, and that's your new girlfriend, and you hate the other one that you were masturbating to because you have this new magazine. And the cycle continues and continues and continues.
So, as far as babyface is concerned, they just want the newest shiny toy.
Yeah, pretty much. You got to remember, the internet wrestling fans have short attention spans.
But they love the hell out of the heels, and they're supposed to be the short-term star. Fuse, no offense.
They love the heels because it's who they wish they could be. They want to be badasses because in real life they're getting bullied and pushed around.
Well, think about it. I think I can relate this another way. The quantity of rats that the baby faces got was high, but the heels generally got the better quality rats.
I know my mother was a rat.
I
really?
Do you mean she actually lived in the sewer, or did she actually fuck a wrestler?
Oh, she fucked the wrestlers.
Oh,
my mother used to be. My mother, when she was young, she used to fuck anything on two legs. That's why by the time I was born, she was married 3 times already.
Ooh.
At 24, married 3 times. I'm 30 years old. I'm 31. I haven't been married once yet.
I hear you're giving a rusty trombone.
This week in pro wrestling, I'm trying to think of what happened. I'm trying to remember what happened on Raw. I know Enzo got attacked, so prepare for an incoming Cass heel turn. Because I don't know who attacked Enzo. I don't know who attacked you, Enzo, but I'll find out soon. And the commissioner better make sure we find out quick.
I have something to say about that and who could possibly be.
Cass!
No. It's not.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Try the revival.
I just said that.
I didn't hear you say that.
Sorry, I probably screamed it out. Why would the Revival attack Enzo and Cass?
To remind them that they're still there.
Good point.
Yeah, the main reason why people say it was the Revival because during one of the backroom segments, you could see the Revival walking by, like sort of nonchalant, but also somewhat looking at the camera very briefly, and then going through the door. It almost as if they were like, "Did they see us?" Like that kind of thing, and they're just like,
"Okay." So it might be oh, thank God! If the Revival comes back, it could save the Raw Tag Team division.
But it won't save Cody Rhodes' opinion or something.
Yeah, and we also had a meeting between the 5 people that will be facing off for the #1 contendership to hunt down Brock Lesnar and find the Twizzler belt.
Oh yeah, another thing that also happened on Raw is that Paul Heyman came out this week to talk to Finn Balor.
So yeah, we all know it's going to be on the. We all know it's going to be on the case.
And no one cared.
Anyway, for huh?
No, go ahead. Never mind.
I think that's pretty much it.
Really was.
Because
I say watch the ratings drop now because the NBA has officially entered WrestleMania.
Oh, you mean the
finals.
Yeah,
the finals.
Cavs Warriors 3. Something that not even Vince McMahon could do for WrestleMania. Fucking the NBA got the same main event 3 years in a row.
But people are already tired of the Cavs Warriors. I know this is a wrestling podcast, but going on a small tangent, this is why I like the Jordan era better than the current era. I have all the respect for the skills of LeBron James and Stephon Curry or whatever, but almost every single superstar, every single team, or at least half the teams of the Jordan era had at least 1 or 2 superstars that you could say they are a legitimate threat for the NBA title. Right, of course, we all knew it was going to Jordan, but you could look at.
Well, remember in '95, the Orlando Magic beat the shit out of the Bulls.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the Shaq era, where you had Penny Hardaway with them. Yeah,
and remember, you cannot be the greatest of all time and lose fucking 4 out of 7 of your finals appearances.
But I was about to say, you had the Knicks with John Stockton and Patrick Ewing.
If we're going to talk about pro wrestling, we might as well start talking about the Knicks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to pro wrestling. My bad.
Because the fucking Knicks, the way it's playing out, is like pro wrestling.
No, at least there's actually winners in pro wrestling.
Not for what culture?
So, SmackDown, Shane McMahon announces the 6 men to enter Money in the Bank. And guess who they are?
Dude, I basically almost shit myself in excitement.
This is probably going to be the best Money in the Bank match ever.
AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. What is it? I think Baron Corbin's part of it, right?
Baron Corbin.
Yeah. Baron Corbin. And Dolph Ziggler.
It's like Vince basically wants to get Corbin over and squash the internet at the same time. So he basically got together with the SmackDown writers and said,
"Go my 7-foot monster, squash the young ones."
Like, okay, you put Corbin in there to win, and you put five of the people that whoever the fuck the internet likes, you put them in that match.
Well, it looks like he beat the shit out of poor freaking Sami Zayn on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, the thing with that is there's rumors flying around right now that they're gonna have Zayn get taken out of the match and have Rusev take his place to keep that whole storyline going of, I wanted to be WWE champion. They think everyone forgot about it.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I almost completely forgot about Rusev and the whole thing that they had.
I was just about to say, I think that's the point of them attacking Zayn is, hey, Zayn's not going to be able to wrestle, so Rusev will take his place.
And you know something? Rusev being in that match, it's still going to be a great match.
And of course,
you got
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Let's say you got Baron Corbin in there, and if Rusev goes in there, you're going to see Vince McMahon in the gorilla position with the hand lotion and the Kleenex.
What if? I just thought of this. We still have at least a few weeks before we actually get to Money in the Bank. I noticed he's really stupid. What if they actually go in to say, fuck it, we go 7 people?
I doubt
just
it.
add them on
It'll be pure chaos.
Yeah, because I mean, there's too many top guys there just to put in there. That why would you want to put Rusev in there? I mean, they have done 7 before.
No, they did 8, wasn't it, Lou?
Yeah, it was originally 8.
Well, didn't last year they do it with 7 people?
I think
That one year that Sandow won it, I think that one had 7 guys in it.
so. It wouldn't be completely out the question.
Let me just do a quick check here at the last Money in the Bank here.
Well, while Reed's at the Hastly Kayfabed Labs, the Fandango did get a rematch against the Usos, but still lost.
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna basically say what somebody said to me when that match was announced.
What?
You guys ever see The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part where fucking where the monkeys fly out of the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Vince McMahon with Baron Corbin and Rusev.
Oh.
Fly, my monsters, fly! Squash the internet.
And here's the thing, though. It's going to be so bad, so people will actually look at the entranceway going, what is that coming out of the... Oh, no! Vince, what are you doing? And we're just like, clean up aisle 5.
Hey, pal, don't interrupt me. I'm trying to finish off here. Ah, yeah.
Like, you see what happened to the last person that interrupted me. Look what I did to Titus O'Neil. See what happened to the last person that interrupted me.
By
the way,
bad.
And by the way, during Mahal's Punjabi celebration, was I the only person that thought, my God, that arena must smell horrible right now?
I know they're gonna have to deep clean that belt once they get it back. You ever been to 7-Eleven?
Apparently, the 7-Elevens that I've been to are a lot cleaner than the ones that you've gone to.
Same here. And I live in Los Angeles.
Although I have been to some really shitty gas stations. So
I was like, well, you have to
I
remember, John, the two closest 7-Elevens, one's right by King College, and the other one's down the street from one of the hood stations.
Or, and this is probably only something that me, Lou, and Ty would probably get. You ever been to fucking Elizabeth train station and had to use the elevator?
Oh, God.
No.
So, okay, the best way to describe this, just try
that
to
is the Elizabeth public urinal.
Just try to picture a death trap that smells like piss. Because I had to use that elevator so I could go on the bus to go home after school. Because I wasn't going to make it to the step. Because if I had to go all the way to the steps and run down, I was going to miss the bus. Thank God I moved it closer to North Elizabeth Station.
See, at least the North Elizabeth Station, you could probably take a piss by the trees.
The North Elizabeth Station's also cleaner.
And if you really want to, because there's no cameras, you could probably take a piss inside the station, too.
There's no people.
Exactly. So
Forget cameras. I think they just have one guy come by, open the door, then at 5 o'clock they have him come back to lock it.
No, when I was there, the shit was like after 5 o'clock and it wasn't locked.
Well,
there's no people
around after rush hour, should I say?
I just went in there and took a piss.
I think we just lost Will and Reed. They're like, what kind of fucked up place do these people live in?
I already know what fucked up place you lived in. It's called New Jersey. I mean, for crying out loud, I think George Carlin had the right thing about saying it with one of those T-shirts. Kiss her where it smells. Take her to New Jersey. He was a booster.
You know what's even worse? I had to go to New York yesterday to pick up this system that wasn't even prepared. By the way, fuck Video Games New York. They suck dick. Anyway, having to take the elevator from Penn Station to go to the street level because it was so crowded yesterday. That elevator smelled worse than the Elizabeth train station.
I'm about to say, North Elizabeth doesn't have an elevator. It's just a straight platform. And to continue your point, why do you think I always take the escalator or the steps when I go to Penn Station?
Well, dude, it's crowded.
I don't care. I'll take dealing with the public and keeping my nose.
Yeah, that shit was crowded. I was like, fuck this.
I saw that picture.
This.
Oh.
Because that's the one thing to survive in Elizabeth. You gotta learn where to take a piss, where you can take a piss and where you can't take a piss.
So Brock Lesnar still WWE Universal Champion. I'm about to say when you were talking about Brock Lesnar's WWE title run, like, hey, anything sound familiar? Well, I guess that's pretty much it. We talked about everything about wrestling.
And look what time it is. I think
Reed's looking at the clock so you can go play Overwatch.
Oh, boy.
I'll play Overwatch and jerk off to all the girls that are on there. And you can just jerk off to all your gay porn you have stored on your computer.
Yeah, there you go.
I actually don't have gay porn stored in my computer, sir.
He has them burned on disk.
I actually have Asian porn in my fucking Google Drive.
Male Asian.
Oh boy! I guess anyone else has anything to talk about?
No, no, not really. Other than I saw the beginning parts of the the New Japan Super Junior tournament.
Oh, Flip Fest 2017.
Yeah, but they included two people I didn't expect. Jushin Thunder Liger, all 50 plus years of him, and Tiger Mask.
Yeah, but fucking what? Sariyama worked that tournament?
I don't know. It was one of the Tiger Masks. They didn't mention what number.
Tiger Mask W.
It's Sariyama. Holy shit!
It wasn't Tiger Mask W. It was Tiger Mask.
The original, you'd say Sariyama.
And Liger had a match against who the fuck brought Taka?
Taka Michinoku.
Who comes out to Taka is coming, motherfucker. And I'm like, what? He has an intro like that? And then it goes into the same music he's had for 30 odd years.
Yeah, well, with Jado and Gato, they think they're cool because they curse in their theme music.
Oh, okay.
Some badass for some reason.
That explains everything. Haven't watched the rest of it.
Jado and Geto are one of the biggest jokes in Japanese wrestling.
You mean Dan Shokudino is more legit than these two guys?
Yeah, pretty much.
Gay Razor Ramon is more legit than these guys?
Yep.
Now I'm trying to picture a match between these two guys and the Young Bucks.
Please
my
don't.
grandmother that's been dead for over 25 years is probably more legitimate than these guys.
I did listen to a rant on the way to work with Jim Cornette and Rip Rogers ripping on Indie Strong Style.
Yeah, I picked that up. You're welcome.
Oh. Yeah, thank you, Lou.
It's an interesting argument. It really is. It really is, because really the influence of outside WWE is now influencing WWE a lot more than it used to. So,
and I know that this right here is supposed to be a wrestling podcast, but I want to get this out there to all 7 of you that listen.
Uh-oh.
Be a man. Stop playing Overwatch. Go buy Friday the 13th the game.
You know people are going to be playing Overwatch for the 1-year anniversary, right?
You like Overwatch, you like cock in the butt.
Okay, what about Team...
Yeah,
Mind you, this is also the same guy who said this is the same thing for Team Fortress 2. So, go after him, TF2 people.
Yeah, them too. You like getting butted.
Okay. I'm looking at this real quick. First of all, this game is $40.
and Overwatch is 60.
Actually, Overwatch is 40.
Overwatch is 30.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Overwatch is 30 and Team Fortress 2 is outright free.
But I am disappointed. I'm looking at this thing. I am so disappointed. Fans of the series will be able to play as various versions of Jason, including Friday the 13th Part 2, Part 3, Part 6, Part 7, Part 8, Jason Goes to Hell. What the fuck?
There's no Jason X? Boo.
No. That's not the one I care about. Where's the blue and purple one from the Friday the 13th video game on the NES? Come on.
They couldn't get the rights to do it. They wanted to do it. Yeah, they wanted to do it, but they couldn't get the rights for it. And another
from
thing,
LJN?
From a dead company. They couldn't get the rights to get from a dead company.
The rights for the NES game are really tied up.
Oh, you're being serious.
Oh,
They
yeah,
actually wanted to do that.
Yeah, they were gonna do the fucking 8-bit purple and blue Jason, but it fucking there was a whole bunch of issues. Like it's kind of like how it is with the Halloween movies now. The rights for the game are in the air for the NES game.
Oh, boy.
There was like a huge I've been following the game since they started development on it. I just didn't do the Kickstarter for it because I thought it was going to be a complete fail.
Well, kind of like, considering Mighty Number 9 Ukulele, I can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shenmue 3. But I think I have an answer to this.
And people are already gun shy about Bloodstained. But what are you about to say, Will?
I think I have an answer to that question, why the rights are tied up in the air in the NES game. It was published by LJN, yes. Guess who developed the game?
Mattel? Rare.
No, you'll never guess. You'll never guess.
No clue.
Atlas!
Oh,
shit.
And Atlas is still alive and very well.
There's your reason. They're trying to protect all their shit. You saw how protective they were on fucking Persona 5.
Yeah, you could stream the ending. How long before you can stream the ending?
Probably another year is what I would guess.
By the way, these are the fucking people that never make enough of their games to go around.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when the original...
Wait. No, Persona 5 now, actually, it's widely done now. And a lot of it is because it's owned by... it's under Sega now, too, so there's a lot more distribution for it.
I think he was talking about games like the original Disgaea. The original...
Well, Disgaea was NIS America.
That's NIS.
No. I meant the very first one was distributed by Atlas.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, but now NIS America has it.
Now NIS America has it, but...
Plus, NIS also did a second run of it on the PS2, so...
Oh.
By the way, that's actually out now for the Switch. You're welcome.
Disgaea 5, yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know. I had the PS4.
By the way, that limited edition's fucking awesome.
Say again?
That limited edition's fucking awesome. Is well worth the price.
Mm.
You got a pen set, you got a printy keychain, 2 plastic posters, an art book, a CD, and the game.
Say again?
I want Printy 3.
Yeah, really. We want Printy 3.
I didn't even beat Printy 2. And Printy 1 damn near broke my PSP. Especially the final boss. If you don't know how to mash a... Huh?
They want to start developing for the Switch. There you go.
Oh yeah. Make a game which kills your button when you try to beat the final boss. You know how how many times I had to mash a button during the final segment? We only have like 30 seconds left to beat him.
Wasn't that game fun?
Yeah, but at the same time,
Huh?
That game was aggravating but fun.
Yeah. Prinny 2 I never beat. I saw the final boss on YouTube. Ironically, I saw no one post the actual proper game ending. You check the ending, it's going to be the Asagi mode ending.
plus also the fact of the matter. Oh, God damn it! I lost my train of thought.
Oh.
I didn't even have to try. Just so you know, Prinny and Prinny 2 are PlayStation TV compatible. So if you want something where you just destroy a controller, do it that way. I thought this was a wrestling podcast, by the way, but keep going.
We kind of just drifted off since we pretty much finished all the wrestling inbound hour.
For fuck's sake, you know, they want to put Smash on the Switch. I know people with broken circle pads because of Smash. So I don't think Prinny's going to do any more damage than Smash can do.
What about Mario Party? Shit.
No, Mario Party breaks controllers for different reasons.
Oh no, this is why I wish the network would get more NWA shit on Saturday night for the Saturday night stuff.
Well, that's another piece of news. Apparently, I haven't tested it myself, but apparently the network has every single episode of TNT up now.
Oh, Tuesday Night Titans? Yeah, I think that they've gotten a lot more of them up.
Apparently the whole run is up now.
But there's a picture for the NWA from Saturday night. Beautiful Bobby of the Midnight Express versus Wee Willie Wilkins. Oh, gosh, that story. Oh, shit, that story. Unless it's a different one. Unless they're doing a different Wee Willie Wilkins, but...
Oh, boy.
This is why I wish they would get the Saturday night wrestling up on...
the network.
On the network that isn't World Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
I said Wee Willie Wilkins is another name for penis.
I think that was probably the point that Dusty tried to get across.
The hell are you doing over there, John?
I do have something wrestling related, and this will make you guys happy because What Cultural Wrestling put out a video on why Jinder Mahal will fail as WWE champion.
Because they're internet marks and they're losers.
Because
they sleep with.
They have more. They have more thumbs downs than thumbs ups on the YouTube videos now. On the YouTube video.
Damn.
So it's very clear that the fans are that a lot of fans are okay with it. Plus, it wasn't done by Plumpy, and I don't think Plumpy cares. So
on the Y series, it's mostly done by Simon Miller.
Yeah, you can go fuck a nut, I guess.
It's because whenever they do like the Y series on What Culture, it's always done by Simon Miller and no one else.
Oh.
Yeah. It's kind of like his own personal opinion page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, here's a video for them to do. Why does What Culture Pro Wrestling suck?
Okay, here's the video in question. Why Jinder Mahal will fail as champion. God, I wish we had the sync play up for everybody. Because I know me will.
Well, how did you play the multi? How did you play the fucking Del Rio thing the first time?
I played it off my phone. I could play this off my phone if I wanted to, but no one will be able to see it.
And you don't want to dignify those assholes.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, I only checked the video just to check the thumbs up, thumbs down real quick. Yeah, it's 3K up, 4K down.
Go get your Jinder Mahal t-shirts and stick it to those assholes.
Oh yeah, that's right. They actually
only $24.95, and they come in fat people sizes.
It has an elephant on the front, so.
As his shirt says, he is the modern era Maharaja, or something like that.
Yeah, Maharaja basically means great king, or something like that.
Yeah, they're basically.
I'm just going through the comments. Please do. Why is Simon doing all the videos?
Why don't you ask why does Simon's mom not swallow anymore?
Also,
why didn't Simon's mother have an abortion?
Like, meanwhile, originally 11 hours ago, 600 likes, 900, almost 1,000 dislikes. Don't hinder gender.
That's right.
Oh boy, and apparently this guy got 27 thumbs up, and prepare for some classic IWC logic here. Because he is a shit wrestler, shit on the mic, was a jobber a month ago, will likely not hold the belt longer than 40 days, and is a pure marketing ploy to get him marketed in India. He did not earn his spot. He was literally the only Indian guy that could push it to the Indian market, even though Great Khali is about a phone call away. Shit wrestler at the right place at the right time, and nothing more. By Mr. Robert Kimball.
Look, he may be right about all those things, but still, the way they had Jinder go worked well. And he beat Randy, and it was a good match. It was a good match. He was even able to win the way he wanted to by having the Singh brothers accidentally get thrown 360 degrees over a table.
You know what's great about that match, though?
What's that?
The fact that it was an old school match. They actually traded holds.
Yeah, well, a lot of the good matches today were actually, or that weekend. Excuse me, were old school matches.
He made Randy Orton put his work boots on.
Hey, good.
Fuck, Jinder Mahal actually carried Randy Orton through a match.
Okay, this image here.
Let me look at this.
I'll take option number 2.
What's that say? Because I'm doing the cases.
Who will win first? This is really
boy.
ugly, short, fat kid. It says with the t-shirt, "I fuck on the first date," or it's the NFL.
The Vince Lombardi trophy.
It's the Vince Lombardi trophy that says, "Congratulations, Philadelphia Eagles."
That kid's gonna get laid first.
Yes.
I'd rather take the Philadelphia Eagles because at least that shows dignity.
Sorry, Tommy. I think that kid's gonna get laid before the Eagles win.
Dignity? What dignity do we have doing this fucking show?
I will say that kid's going to get laid before the Jets ever win a Super Bowl.
We actually did win a Super Bowl. That's the point. The Eagles have never. The Eagles has always been the Eagles has always been the brideways, never the brides.
In 1969.
That's still one more than the Eagles has. That's John. That's the point. John. The point is the Jets at least have a Super Bowl win under their belts. The Eagles have always been the bridesmaids, but never the brides. They've never actually got the belt, the title. They get close, but usually get shut down the last minute, or shoot themselves in the foot in mid-season.
And by the way, that reminds me, I need to say a special fuck you of the week to Victor Cruz.
Wait, basically the Giants fan?
Why? Because he got made to Chicago. Because he got
the Giants made him.
He got traded or left to Chicago.
Oh,
Lou?
I have no idea. But the fact of the matter is that the Giants made him, and all he did was shit on the Giants and the Giants fans, and then 24 hours later turn around and say, oh, well, a few hours later, I should say, turned around and say, oh, the Giants will always be my family. Fuck you. Piece of shit.
And another football fuck you, since we're doing them. Fuck you, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Did we fire him already? Lou? Hello. I think I'm alone here, so hey, at least the Giants are the Giant. Hello? Hello? Well, that's an odd way to end things. Oh, yeah, there goes the thingy. Let me find out what's going on here. I think Skype screwed up. We are working on the technical issues. Please stand by, and we'll put on some standby music while I try to figure out what the hell happened.
At an unspecified date that nobody gives a shit about.
And we're back.
Impact
And we're
should
back
have
on the.
first
And
date.
we're back on the air. Because apparently my Skype decided to give me a middle finger.
Oh, it was just Skype, but everything
Yeah,
else
everything else was
funny.
fine.
You just edit that little space out then.
Actually, I was playing like, please stand by while we fix these technical difficulties music.
Oh,
So I think the last thing we cut off with was fuck Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, fuck Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And I know a lot of people are going to be complaining, yeah, but Kaepernick doesn't have a job. He doesn't deserve one.
well, he's a shitty quarterback.
He's a shit quarterback.
He's just a shitty quarterback.
Well, someone's
What-
like, well, he's
whatever,
better.
whatever you believe in terms of his political stance is irrelevant. His quarterback work is sucks now. People have figured him out. He had one good season as a second stringer, and then they figured him out. He's a shitty quarterback.
No offense, it's kind of like Tim Tebow.
And you know what's funny? There's actually I think they would hire Tim Tebow or Johnny Manziel before they hire fucking Kaepernick.
Well,
Well,
John
he's a PR
Manziel's
he's also a PR
at least John Manziel's going back to school.
Oh, that I think that's funny, but no one's going to hand him a football scholarship.
Oh no, he's going. He better hope he saved all his Cleveland Brown money to finish paying off his school.
But then again, you can't exactly blame him because fuck, if you got drafted to the Cleveland Browns, wouldn't you want to drink your sorrows away too?
I kind of feel sorry for the first round draft pick. Like who is it that sentenced to go to Cleveland this time?
Well,
Miles something.
well, let's just say this. Let's just hope the Madden curse goes through.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Especially this year.
I hope he gets it doubled since it'll be back-to-back years of Patriots got on the cover.
That's true. It was Gronk last year. What?
Yeah, and Gronk got injured for the season, so he lived up to the curse.
Oh, I can't wait.
And of course, he already put out commercials that says, "I'm not afraid of the Madden curse," and he showed him like walking under a ladder and opening an umbrella indoors.
He'll be afraid of that Madden curse once he gets hurt.
Well, like I say, it only
Guarantee you
matters.
that.
It only matters in playoff season, so we'll see what happens.
It's happened. The Madden curse is like this all-encompassing thing because
I know.
it's usually one of 4 categories it falls in. You either have a horrific season, like one you'll never have before or since. You get you choke in the playoffs, which no offense, that would be that's normal for the Patriots when they don't win the Super Bowl that year. They have a season-ending injury or a career-ending injury.
And
Yeah, they're gonna choke in the playoffs like Benoit choked his. Oh shit!
Shit.
Oh boy.
Well, thanks for bringing it back to wrestling, John. I was wondering if we're gonna.
We had to find a way to get it there somehow.
By the way, you know that this year's gonna be the 10-year anniversary of that shit. In all seriousness,
That's right. It's
I-
been
10 years.
long.
10 years since Benoit put the squeeze on his wife.
I was about to look for a subtle way to talk about it, but I guess John decided not to.
And then had that legendary match with the Bowflex.
I was going to look at the comments of that video. Let me go back into history to see any other IWC gems from why Jinder Mahal fails as champion. Let me see now. Some people can't handle the truth. Deletes top comments calling out how WCTP is failing logic. Oh boy.
The problem is that what culture is mad because a jobber has more success than their company's having right now.
Oh, geez. I'm on that big old forum that I'm on Facebook about wrestling.
Yeah.
Someone puts up, and it's a picture of Jinder accidentally nailing Finn Balor with that forearm heard around the world.
Yeah.
There were it was people were. He goes. He's waiting for someone to tell him that steroids matter to fake fighting. Let's see here. It was a complete
I will
freak
say,
ass.
there's no denying that Jinder had some help getting to where he's at.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong. We're not going to deny and say the India deal didn't help him, but
No, I mean, like, he must have taken something to get that big.
but yeah, I kind of
It
wish
may
I
not
had
be
that a minute ago,
steroids.
Lou.
It may not be steroids. It could have been HGH. It could have been, some of these fucking supplements. But he's taken something.
Here's
Because
another
Low
gem.
this-
carb the shit and then low carb the shit out of everything else. Yeah, absolutely.
Hell, you
No,
seen
because-
you seen Darren
that
Young
picture-
nowadays?
No, did you see that picture on somebody put up on their Twitter where fucking Jinder was driving and the fucking veins were bulging out of his arm?
Yeah.
I was like, you see pictures of Darren Young now? He looks like a lot more jacked up.
Yeah. Derek Young's the same thing. Well, I think the part of the thing is
That's because Darren Young is on a high protein diet.
What brings us back to Mr. Apparently, Bobby Kimball had another opinion for Jinder. Some of you need to stop. Some of you need to get over yourselves and stop jokingly liking Jinder. You're laughing at the fact that he won. You're not genuinely excited or glad that he's champ. 99% of you are just laughing and sarcastically acting like you're happy. Fuck off. And
He's
no,
a bad
and yes, I am. And yes, I'm trying to sound as pretentious as possible.
He's a Bad News Allen kid. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, really.
Yep.
One of Bad News Kids has finally made it.
The only sad thing is I wish Bad News himself made it, but
He was supposed to.
Yep.
Ted DiBiase was supposed to.
Oh damn!
By the way, that's another thing that was actually pretty good that I sat down and watched.
What's that?
Fucking Supercar with the Honky Tonk Man.
What? You support kayfabe commentaries?
Let's just say I acquired it.
Ah.
Because fuck Sean Oliver.
Oh boy, how was it?
If you had the resources to do what he could, you do the same thing.
I wouldn't be a dick about it and think I'm God's gift to the world.
Well, he shouldn't think that anyway.
Conan wouldn't do a shoot interview with me, so I'm going to bury him in every single shoot interview I do.
Oh boy, I got one more before we might as well just end the show early. And this is from a Marto P. I have no idea how to pronounce it. OMG, I can't believe some people really think that Jinder Mahal as WWE Champion is a good idea. Please, stop watching pro wrestling, cause Jinder as champion is an example of lazy booking that doesn't make any sense from mind you, he didn't spell sense wrong, from storytelling perspective. And just admit that you people like this nonsense because it's not good, because it's obviously not, and just because it's different.
I'm surprised somebody actually gave birth to this person. That's what I'm surprised about.
It's like you waited 9 months to get that. Congratulations.
Oh boy. Well, I could go on and on because, well, this is just one segment. I could probably go on Twitter.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think of the internet fans. Hold on a minute.
Oh no.
I hope this is recording.
It still is. In fact, I'm actually pulling up one person I follow on Twitter because I know he had an opinion.
All right.
That's it? That's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought you'd have had a lot more piss coming out of that.
I say later on I'll be up my ass. I'm doing the fucking disc. Later on, I've been drinking the aspartame water, so later on it'll be shit.
There you go.
Oh,
Good night, buddy.
Good night, everybody. I'm going to cut it off
night.
because the tweet I wanted to read is all the way at the bottom. Because I was going to read someone from Noah Airwire because he had a couple notes, but it's all
that guy?
Yeah. Like, the long story short, John, you know that rant you had on Mauro Ronaldo?
Yeah, what about it?
Now, picture someone that was getting paid $5,000 a month just to do videos, and then he stops doing them because of the same reason.
He's now like at less than $800 a month now.
Oh, I didn't know Spoonie lost shit now.
Oh, Spoonie's Patreon took a nosedive. He has lost all of his money because he stopped doing videos, and he stopped doing, hell, he's just stopped doing live streaming.
He's at $740 a month.
Well, maybe he has a job. I apparently said the right thing to lighten the mood.
Yeah, really. Shit, if WWE gave the belt to everyone who deserved it, Gilbert's win with the Rumble would challenge the Brooklyn Brawler at Mania. Yeah, the reason I was using Spoonie is because he's like the antithesis of a modern-day wrestling mark.
He is, and considering what happened years ago, and Bewell and Ty can actually attest to what happened.
Yeah, but that's something for a different show.
Yep.
The only thing is that the Brooklyn Brawler should get a title match.
Yeah.
I mean, he pinned Jinder. Then again, everybody should get a title match because they pinned Jinder too.
That sound you're hearing, that's the sound of nobody subscribing to the WWE Network. Jinder has so much beckoning from steroids, his back looked like a topical map of Arizona. And of course,
Wow.
the last one to close off the thing, David Arquette just won the world title. Good night.
The only difference is people would rather watch Jinder Mahal.
Good point. Anyway,
Yes.
good night, everyone.
And by the way, for you fucking internet smartasses, Jinder fucking winning the title actually raised SmackDown's ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It did.
It did.
So for all the people that bitched and complained about, oh my god, how could they do this? How could they give the belt to Jinder? It worked.
Yeah,
Quite
you got
easily.
people talking about it.
And
Exactly.
it smelled really horrible in the arena for SmackDown.
And see you guys next week when we're probably going to talk
Curry
about.
and body odor, folks. Curry and body odor.
Next week we're going to talk about make our predictions to Extreme Rules. Good night, everyone.
You know what I feel bad for, in all honesty?
What's that?
You guys ever watch Kitten Academy? The one this thing should have been plugging on the show.
Kind of. What?
That fucking Indian girl, that fucking Indian wife of that dude. Poor fucking cats have to smell that.
At least it's not Chinese. At least it's not a Chinese food restaurant. Good night, everyone.
Well, that's because they eat dogs. They don't eat cats.
Good night, everyone.
Plants eat cats.